What's up, psychedelic investors? My name's James, and you're watching The Psychedelic Investor, your number one news source for psychedelic stocks. Today we're going to be talking about how mushrooms are taking over the healthcare industry and how investors can profit off of this. First, we're going to talk about how they're being used for treatments in mental health conditions, and then we're going to pivot and talk about how regular, non-psychedelic mushrooms are being used to promote healthy lifestyles and perhaps even lengthen lifespans and increase quality of life. If you enjoy this episode, invest in the channel with your like and subscribe. Over time, you'll see your investment grow as we continue to bring you the information that you need to know before investing in the psychedelic medicines landscape. Enjoy the video. To start, we're going to be talking about how mushrooms are being used in healthcare, and this is, of course, through the use of psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, to treat a variety of mental health conditions. Already, there are companies using psilocybin either by extracting it directly from the mushroom or creating it synthetically, such as Compass Pathways, MindMed, Numinous, and many, many more, that are using the compound to treat ailments like depression, PTSD, obesity, OCD, and honestly, the list keeps going. And the reason they're doing this is because recently studies have been continuing to roll out that show how efficacious this compound is in treating a variety of ailments, much better than current methods. For example, the recent study of the Imperial College of London showed that 70% of patients who had depression saw a significant reduction in their symptoms after undergoing psilocybin-assisted therapy, with 57% of them entering remission. As we talk about all the time on this channel, since we are at such an early stage in the scientific process, there is a huge long-term potential for investors to get in on the ground floor. Depending on the estimate, psychedelics like psilocybin are set to disrupt a $100 billion plus annual market when it comes to drug treatment for mental health disorders. However, as exciting as this may be, and it is exciting, I've made like 50 videos on this topic so far, the psychedelic craze has overshadowed another important facet of mushrooms and the shroom boom. And that is the health benefits and investing opportunities of non-psychedelic mushrooms. Fungi like lion's mane, chaga, and reishi have a variety of health benefits and have recently been labeled as superfoods. For example, reishi mushrooms, which have been revered in Asian societies for thousands of years, have antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal characteristics and are high in protein and vitamins. One study, conducted in Taiwan for the publication Bioorganic and Medicinal Chemistry, found that the consumption of this mushroom increased lifespan by boosting immune system function and preventing abnormal blood vessel formations that could lead to life-threatening cancerous growths. Most excitingly, some early studies have shown it to have very beneficial effects in preventing the growth of cancerous cells. For example, a study done for the Pharmacological Reports found that the ganoderic acid in the mushroom effectively inhibits cancer cells invasion in vitro and metastasis in vivo, and thus it may act as a potential drug for treating cancer. Now, just hold on a second. I'm just going to give you guys a note of caution here against reading too far into these studies. I'm definitely not saying that these mushrooms can cure cancer, and we're just at the very beginning of this research, and these studies haven't really been carried out in any sort of large scale with human participants, at least to my knowledge, so I'm definitely not saying they can cure cancer. Nevertheless, it's very exciting. And while this is great news for your health, and I personally incorporate mushroom extracts into my diet, on this channel we also focus on investing. According to the Grand Review Research Corporation, the global mushroom market, not including the psychedelic variety, is set to grow to an eye-watering $50 billion annually by 2025. There are going to be lots of ways to cash in on this opportunity, from the companies growing the mushrooms to those conducting research on them, to the platforms selling them and distributing them. Which brings us to our sponsor for the video, PlantX, which trades under the ticker symbol VEGA on the CSE and PLTFX on the OTC market. PlantX is an online platform which provides vegan and ethically sourced food to consumers who want to live a healthy lifestyle. And of course, this includes mushroom-based compounds. They have been called the Amazon to vegans due to their massive and ever-growing inventory of products, which, yes, of course, covers food, but also other products such as cosmetics, plants, even dog food. But in terms of food, which is of course their bread and butter, hey, see what I did? Although I guess vegans can't have butter. So I guess it's their vegan bread and vegan butter. Anyhow, in terms of food, they have three options. First, you can buy your individual items, your pasta, your baking ingredients, your fruit, etc. Second, if you're lazy like a certain guy over here, they can also send you pre-made meals that are guaranteed delicious, ethical, and vegan. As somebody who orders out every single week, okay, like 5 times a week, don't you judge me, and wishes that there was a healthier alternative, this is amazing. And third, they're partnering with restaurants to ensure that the food that you eat there is also healthy. And don't worry, you don't have to be a vegan to enjoy. I myself love a good steak from time to time, but one of my 2021 goals is to reduce my meat intake. I'm starting to take my health more seriously, and PlantX is a good way to achieve that without having to step foot in my house's torture room, also known as the kitchen. Bringing this back to the benefits of non-psychedelic mushrooms, PlantX also has a variety of mushroom-based products. For example, they sell 4-sigmatic brain-boosting mushroom coffee, which is delicious. I personally started drinking this over a year ago and would highly recommend. In terms of financials, the company's revenue for the quarter ended on December 31st, 2020, increased 298% from the quarter earlier to $1.8 million. That followed another almost tripling in revenues from quarter one. On top of this, they just raised $10 million and have filed to be uplisted on the NASDAQ. And, for a company with a relatively small market cap of around $65 million Canadian and a stock price of 55 cents at the time of filming, these massive growth figures show an enormous potential for early investors. I actually recently had the opportunity to interview the CEO of PlantX, a wonderful woman named Julia Frank, and I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys that interview right now. I hope you enjoy it. Hello everybody, I'm super excited to be here today with Julia Frank, who is of course the CEO of PlantX, the company we talked about earlier in this episode. Julia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
No worries, thank you for coming on. So my first question for you today, Julia, is what is PlantX's mission? As an investor, I'm much more of a mission-based investor. So yes, I of course want to invest in companies that are going to make me money, but I also want to make sure that those companies are working to make the world a better place.
Yeah, so we really strive to be the one-stop shop for everything plant-based. So just like Amazon is out there conquering the world with everything, our focus at PlantX is really all about plant-based. So from meal deliveries to grocery, but also like bringing a community together that like believes in something like so great. But we also really welcome everyone. So when someone who just wants to give like a plant-based meal or product just a try, like once per week, it's totally fine. We don't want to like force people to become vegan, so it's totally fine if you still like eat your meat. But obviously we also want to like educate people on a plant-based lifestyle, because I think it's like super important to know the benefits. For me personally, I'm 100% plant-based and I feel great. I have enough energy and it's just like so healthy. And yeah, that's our mission, to also like, educate. It's not just like making a profit, and that's really important to us. And that's really what PlantX is all about.
Oh, I really like that, especially how in today's world with the pandemic and everything, being healthy is such an important thing that you can do on an individual level to really help both yourself and also the people that you care about. So it's really exciting that your company is focusing so much on that educational aspect as opposed to just the retail aspect, which of course is very important. So my next question for you is, so the viewers of my channel will know that we talk a lot about the potential for psychedelic mushrooms when it comes to mental health care. But of course, that's not the totality of the conversation. And regular mushrooms are also very healthy and very good for you. So I was just wondering, how are mushrooms starting to kind of take over the niche health industry? And also, what are some of the benefits of incorporating them into your diet?
Well, I think personally that mushrooms are becoming a big part in the health industry. And the healing mushrooms have been long treasured in Asian cultures. And as far as I know, they are even officially used to treat cancer since over 30 years. And now they're like finally more and more introduced into the public with their health promoting, which to me is really important. And the medicinal mushroom market is expected to grow with a growth rate of like around 10%. I was just like looking up a recent study, and I think that's super interesting. And I think, yeah, that like it really tells that something is happening in that sector. And I think it's actually mind-blowing. I mean, 10% is quite a lot. So you can tell that there's a shroom boom happening for sure. And I can also like share a really interesting personal story. I get in touch with the topic healing mushrooms around like 2 years ago, when a really close friend of mine suffered from a burnout. She worked so hard and too many hours per week in a really hard job, and she didn't have any energy anymore, and she had to quit her job and like find back to her energy. And she found out that like basically a healing mushroom called reishi was like the most efficient medicine for her, and it actually like really helped her to bring back her energy, to find back to better sleep, to reduce stress, and lessen her fatigue. And that was really, really interesting to me. And she got actually so convinced of the topic and of the healing mushrooms, and saw that there's a big potential on the German market. I mean, I'm actually from Germany. So she founded a company that now sells healing mushrooms. And yeah, so ever since, I'm also convinced that it makes totally sense to include healing mushrooms into the diet, and yeah, and of course also offer it on our online store PlantX.
That's amazing. I know that on your store you have a brand that's called Four Sigmatic coffee, which is a brain boosting coffee using mushrooms that I've actually used in the past before, and I thought it was wonderful. So just for anybody that's watching and wanting to go check that out, I definitely suggest that. Moving on a little bit here, I've heard some investors call your platform, your company, the new Amazon for vegans, because you carry such a huge variety of items, and not only food, but also plants and other things. So let's just explore your online shopping platform a little bit. What do you guys offer? And also, what is the website URL so people can go find it?
So yeah, we have many exciting verticals on our platform. As of now, we carry a couple thousands of plant-based products. And also we add new products almost on a daily basis. So from food and baking items, drinks, pet products, vitamins and supplements, also baby products and indoor plants. And yeah, I mean, for us, the most important is that it's, of course, plant-based and from a really high quality and value for our customers. And I mean, what makes a difference to Amazon is Amazon basically offers any product. They just like publish anything that they can basically possibly offer. For us, it's important that everything is 100% plant-based. Who wants to follow a strict plant-based diet doesn't have to check on the ingredients, because that's what we do. Like, we check on the ingredients, we make sure it's from high quality, and also we offer a very, very high variety of products. So usually you would have to like check on a website that carries plant-based cosmetics or plant-based pet products or plant-based groceries. And we basically combine everything on our website. So it's very convenient for our customers, because you have like one checkout process and one shipment basically. So for us, it's I think that's what makes us very unique, and that's why we are like so convinced of our business model. And yeah, you have to check out our website. It's called plantx.com or plantx.ca.
Awesome. So plantx.com or plantx.ca for anybody that's listening that wants to go check that out. So what is the roadmap ahead for PlantX over the next year, and then let's also say 5 years? How do you guys plan to expand?
Yeah, actually, we are about to open up PlantX locations, so brick and mortar locations in Squamish, in British Columbia, and Canada. Then in San Diego in California, and also very exciting in Tel Aviv in Israel. So this is gonna happening this year. So
You guys are going global.
Yeah, exactly. So so we decided, besides like building up our e-commerce business on a global scale, we also want to focus on opening up brick and mortar locations where we know a plant-based diet and lifestyle can flourish, and provide the means to have an in-person access to all of our amazing products. And our e-commerce platform will work in sync with these physical stores as far as inventory, drop shipping, and yeah, also give our customers the chance to like go somewhere and also like build up a community in person. Also, like I mentioned before, it's great to like also educate people in these locations. We also will offer or will integrate a cafe or coffee shop, and also offer our plant-based meals there. So it's that's like very exciting for us, and so we are working really hard on that at the moment. But I mean, long-term scene, we are in the end focusing on our e-commerce business, and want to expand globally for sure. I'm from Germany, so we will enter Europe really soon, and yeah, that's our goal, and it will be happening.
Well, that's really fantastic. You're kind of doing it all. You got the e-commerce, you want to expand to restaurants, even a cafe. That sounds very exciting. Is there
Yeah.
anything else that you wanted to talk about or mention before we end the call here?
I mean, I can just tell everyone, we just launched a great meal subscription service. So everyone who wants to check out a plant-based diet, it's the time to go on our website, and because it's really easy, you can check out our plant-based meals. You don't have to go grocery shopping or cook, so you get like a fully prepared meal. You can even like order it for 3 or even 5 days, so you get like a full meal for these days. And yeah, just see how it feels, how your body feels, and you will have enough energy, I promise, because that's actually what I hear a lot, that you're still hungry and don't have enough energy when you follow a plant-based lifestyle. I'm the best example. It's definitely not the case. So give it a try, check it out, and check out our website.
So is that a meal kit type thing where you get all the ingredients and then you prepare it for yourself, or does the food come pre-made?
No, it's pre-made. So
Okay,
actually you
awesome.
just have to like reheat it. It's super easy.
And that's coming in the future. That's not available now, or that is available now?
No, it's available now in
Awesome.
Canada, but it will be introduced into the US soon.
Okay, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Julia, for coming on our show today. It was a pleasure.
thanks for having me.
Perfect. I'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
So that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, don't forget to smash that. I made my editor jump. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to help grow this channel. Not only will it help us, it will help you to ensure you continue to see this information that you need to know before investing in the psychedelic medicines field. That's all for today. I love you all. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.